Taking on State Green EU, so
Possible rally, but no, actually going to miss it. Warby's picked up that ring. Did he pick up the ring of the teacher right there?
I believe so, yeah.
See. Look at that ward, though. Support going to see him going back to the lane, so rally.
Creepy old man. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's look at the nominees for 2013. Kasumi is obviously super hot, but she's got the personality of a dying hobo at a bus stop. The Golden Boner is about more than just looks, even though my pants are tighter than the latest album by Eminem. That shit's tight, kids. Big, sexy, invincible, Wonder Woman will fuck you up. She's the only girl on the list who can fly. She's probably also closet lesbian. That's fine, but unfortunately, I have a policy against dating someone 9 inches taller than me. If she tried to make out with me, she'd probably crush my skull. Kenzie is smart, cute, and snappy. I'm 99% sure she spends at least 8 hours a day playing World of Warcraft. Unfortunately, she's a little too aggressive, and her type appears to be giant blue-haired silver monster men, and not 70-year-old saggy white men like me. Teenage boy does on a camping trip. Imagine having a threesome with her and Kate Upton. Too bad that's impossible. Kasumi again, somehow a loading screen. The oppression of her evil panties. Gotta let the dogs out now and again, kids. She's just a loading screen. Or the homosexual gentleman in third. Annie is obviously hot in that punky, gothy, too much eyeliner, I'm really sad a lot of the time kind of way. She's addicted to Zombrex, which, unlike meth, actually prevents her from looking like a z***le, but still flips around in the air like a ninja. Ho! Elizabeth, yeah, who wouldn't want to date a girl who summons machine guns and mechanical Abraham Lincolns from alternate dimensions? She's classy, sassy, and as real a woman as you're gonna get in a video game. And that's why she's my choice for the Golden Boner 2013. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Enjoy your boner. For more filthy, sexist videos, go to the Game Society Pimps channel. And for celebrity
Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to another episode of what happens next. This is the last episode of this series, so if you guys enjoyed what you've seen so far, I recommend you come check out my personal channel at youtube.com/redmercy. Let's end off this one on a good note as we dive straight into this clip where we're going to be seeing the Riven in the bottom lane, putting out a whole lot of damage onto the Volibear. She's actually going to try going back in there, and she's going to put the Ignite on him and finish him off just as I freeze the clip before he actually dies, and the Cassidy jumps in on her, and we're going to analyze this one some more. The first major thing to note is that Riven does not have her second part of her ulti, nor does she have any summoner spells available. The Volibear has been ignited by the Riven, and he will die to it. Also in the middle of the fight, you can see the Cassidy has ulted onto the Riven to try and initiate another fight. But he is not alone, as you can see the Janet is right above him, who's going to try and assist him as much as she can. But looking at the minimap, you can see that Malphite is in the base, and he's potentially going to start making his way down here as well to assist his team even further. Now the obvious question is, how much can this Riven do? So with all these things in mind, I want to ask you guys, what happens next? Is it option number 1, where the Riven becomes just as broken as her sword and gets a quadra kill on all of the enemies with some very impressive plays? Or is it option number 2, where the Riven, with some outplays, manages to get a triple kill and then barely survives the Malphite as he is chasing her thanks to her shield? Or is it finally option number 3, where the Riven does get outplayed by the remaining 3 members on the enemy team, and after a very valiant attempt, she dies while only picking up the very first kill onto the Volibear at the beginning? I wish you all the best of luck in your choosing, summoners.
That's got a sting. Let's try and see.
The balance of power must be preserved.
Oh, wrong choice. Why don't you try that again?
So much untapped power!
Alright, if you guys guessed this one correctly, congratulations to you, and let us roll the rest of this clip. As it is resumed, you can see that the Volibear does die to the Ignite, and the Cassidy jumping in gets popped in a matter of seconds by the Riven because her ulti is still on even though the second part is not ready to go. The Riven then focuses onto the Janna, who has been hiding in the back, and ends up picking up a kill on her while the Malphite ultis the Riven, but it's not enough to stop her, and she gets extremely low, probably only about 10 HP, as she pops the shield just in time, begins to run away from the Malphite. The Malphite throws his Q, thinking that it is going to finish her off, but once again she does throw the shield out, taking the damage just enough, and the Malphite realizing that he had messed up and he cannot catch the Riven anymore since she is so mobile, and she gets away beautifully while picking up a very impressive triple kill. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode of What Happens Next. Please in the comments down below write down how many tries it took you to guess this one correctly. I saw in the previous episode that a lot of you had to take 2 or maybe even 3 tries to try and get that one correctly. I guess that one was pretty good. But once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support throughout this series history, and hopefully the series will return in the future. But for the meantime, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.
What the f- What the f-
De decemberdagen wordt gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf. Korting op HBO. Aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.nl.
What the f-
De decemberdagen wordt gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf. Korting op HBO. Aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.nl.
What the f-
De decemberdagen wordt gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf. Korting op HBO. Aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.nl.
What the f-
De decemberdagen wordt gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf. Korting op HBO.
force of will.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
More. I can be so much more. By force of will. People fear what they
30
cannot
seconds to
understand.
begin and spawn. Summoner's Rift.
My potential is limitless. More. I can be so much more. By force of will. This power is mine to command.
Minions have spawned. Blood.
People fear what they
30
cannot
seconds to
understand.
begin and spawn. Summoner's Rift.
Let them try to stop me. My potential is limitless. War. By force of will. This power is mine to command. A whole world to toy with. I will not be restrained. Let them try to stop. I am in control. This power is mine to command. Easily. A whole world to toy with. Let them try to stop me. I will not be restrained. Just force control. Easily.
An enemy has been slain.
I am in control. Let them try to stop me. I will not be restrained.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain.
My potential is limitless. Let them try to stop me. Prison no longer. Potential is limitless. By force of will.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Such power. Prison no longer. By force mine to command.
An ally has been slain.
I can be so much more.
Has been slain. An ally has slain an enemy.
People fear me, but cannot understand. This battle is mine to command. A whole world to toy with.
An enemy has been slain.
This battle is
Slain.
force of will. People fear they cannot understand. This power is mine to command. People fear they cannot understand. This power is mine to command. Easily. People fear they cannot understand. Let them try to stop me. Easily. My potential is limitless.
Has been slain.
This is what I live for.
An enemy has been slain.
I am in control. By force of will.
Has been slain.
We cannot understand.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Has been slain. Has been slain. Killing spree. An ally has been slain. Rampage.
I can do so much more. This power doesn't try to stop me.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain.
My potential is limitless. More easily.
An enemy has been slain.
Unstoppable.
Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
I am in control.
Enemy has been slain.
Limitless.
Shut down.
By force of will.
Easily.
Power without limit. People fear what they cannot understand.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Kill. Has been slain.
His powers
The balance of power must be preserved. The balance of power must be preserved.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Justice will be served. You are null and void.
"30 seconds until minions spawn.
As you wish.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Justice will be served. Try that again. I tried to silence my mother once. Boy, did I regret that. You are no
Minions have spawned. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
as you wish.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Justice will be served. Balance above all else. Try that again. I tried to stand on my way. Boy, did I regret that.
Minions have spawned. 30 seconds until
You
minions
are null and void. As you wish. Justice will be served. I'm on my way, boy. Above all else. Is powerless against me.
first blood.
Null and void. Will be served. As you wish. Powerless against me.
slain. Double kill. Your turret has been destroyed. slain. Slain.
Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? This one featuring This can be something like Oriana's Ball or Olaf's Q. Yet other spells will, for example Maokai's Sapling or Ziggs's Q. Even though the sapling can be blocked by the wall when it is thrown, if it is landed before the wall, it will be able to run right through it. Also, something like a Leona dash will not go through the wall as well, since her E is considered a projectile when it is flying out. Yasuo's passive reduces critical strike damage by 10%. This applies before the damage mitigation, and it is not a subtraction to his crit strike damage stat. This means that the standard 200% crit damage is reduced to 108. Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? This one featuring 225 can be something like Oriana's Ball or Olaf's Q. Contrary to popular belief, it seems like something like a Ziggs or Ziggs is actually able to go over his wall. I did test various scenarios of this, such as standing right in front of Ziggs and throwing down the wall and then having him ulti over it, and standing far away from him and having the ulti fly at me and throwing out the wall just before it hits. Since Yasuo's passive on his W gives extra generation to his resolve, using his ultimate at max range can generate about 18% of his total resolve. Also, did you know that Yasuo's E can be used to traverse through terrain, though it can be very hard to do? Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? This one featuring mid-dash and will completely stop his dash, while comparing it to someone else's similar dash capabilities. In the same scenario, if a Lucian was hit while he was dashing, he will complete the dash and be CC'd at the very end of it. Did you know that if you have level 5 wind wall, it will only require 4 dashes to get your passive fully stacked? This is assuming you don't attack, get hit, or run around manually. Since Yasuo's ultimate gives him 50% bonus armor patch, if you have a Last Whisper, you would first subtract the 50% of the bonus armor patch and then 35% of the total remaining armor for Last Whisper. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? Champion jumps and things like Zac ulti when he's bouncing are not considered airborne targets and thus will not let Yasuo ulti them. All of Yasuo's skills except for his W can be blocked by spell shield, and this does if he has his ultimate. However, the chances of that happening can be very slim, since, to my guess, the only way that can happen with his ultimate is if once you knock him up, their Banshee's Veil reactivates in that split second that they are in the air. Reducing the cooldown of Yasuo's Q ability is extremely unique in the sense that CDR items do not actually reduce the cooldown of his Q, but only his attack speed does, and it reduces the cooldown by 1% for every 1.72% bonus attack speed. This makes the max CDR on it at 1.33 seconds. However, Yasuo does gain bonus attack speed for every level up, which in turn reduces the cooldown on his Q. At level 18, this actually reduces cooldown almost the full duration just from leveling up. Yasuo's resolve shield absorbs the trigger damage rather than taking the damage as a trigger and then reactivating the shield, which makes his trading potential in lane very high. However, on the contrary, don't forget that he can ulti targets that are airborne from ally spells, things like Janner Tornado, Riven's Q, the third part of it, and many other things. Here's a very odd one that's potentially a bug. Trundle's Pillar seems to make the target airborne for a split second, obviously allowing Yasuo to ulti through him. This has got to be probably one of the easiest ways for Yasuo to chain up his ulti. Alright guys, let us jump into some cool facts and lore about Yasuo. Did you know that Yasuo is voiced by Liam O'Brien, who also did Gaara in Naruto, Ukitake in Bleach, and Illidan in Warcraft, and many more. Yasuo in Japanese means honest. However, on the contrary, yet this wasn't his actual birth name, and he got this name after he joined the Source School to try the third part of it and many other things. Here's a very odd one that's potentially a bug. Trundle's Pillar seems to make the target airborne for a split
Met een
second.
oudejaarslot kan 2014 wel heel mooi beginnen. Maak kans op een gigantische hoofdprijs van 30 miljoen. Of een van de vele andere prijzen. Koop nu uw oudejaarsloten.
Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? You guys wanted it, you guys asked for it, and here you go, I present to you Earth the Manatee. I tried to gather as much info as I could for this episode, and I hope it will satisfy your cravings, but please don't forget to throw in the like if you enjoyed this episode. But without any further ado, let us jump straight into his abilities. Quick credits goes to Monkey100 for the Earth video you will see in the background of this video. Check out his channel in the description below. Alright, so for those that don't know, Earth was actually an April Fool's joke made by Riot, announcing that he was actually going to be a playable champion. So even with that, he apparently still has a skill set made for him as if he was actually going to be released. And it looks something like this. Hey guys, so his passive looks like it's called Big Blue Watery Road, and what it does is it makes him move faster in the bodies of water. Then you have his Q, which is called Flippy Floppy. This one seems kind of like Jinx's Q, where he switches weapons between a fish and a spatula. The fish dealing damage over time damage, and the spatula doing flat damage. Then we have his W, Poseidon's Gaze. This one seems to remove the fog of war from the calling of, quote, the manatee god, Poseidon. So it seems kinda like TF's ultimate, doesn't it? Then you have his E ability, Flop Strike. This skill seems to make Earth do a flip onto a target that is right beside him for massive damage. Honestly, it seems kind of OP. And then you have his ultimate, Omni Splash. This skill seems to be extremely similar to Nami's ultimate. Possibly this is where Nami got her ultimate inspiration from. To add more troll to this, the skills from Earth seem to reference the I'm on a Boat song by Lonely Island with the flippy floppy and the big blue watery road. Also, his ultimate might be a reference to Cloud's final limit break from Final Fantasy VII, Omni Slash. Alright, so that's pretty much all I can talk about in terms of his abilities, but don't you have his E ability. What he admired the most was none other than the Grandmaster at Arms himself, Jax. Since Jax can only fight with what the League deems fit, such as a fishing rod or a lamppost, Earth is inspired from this and he actually wants to be like Jax, hence his Q ability, where he uses the fish and the spatula. Apparently the fish and the spatula are two great symbols of his manatee heritage, the fish symbolizing the bounty and providence of the sea, and the spatula pays homage to his people's age-long pursuit for culinary mastery. With all of this inspirational info about Earth, unfortunately he does die, and he actually died to the one and only Warwick. Apparently Earth was swimming in the Summoner's Rift, and Warwick jumped out of nowhere and attacked him. During the April Fool's Day, Riot announced the special Earth the Manatee skin for Warwick, and they trolled saying that it will be 5,000 RP, yet people can buy it for 99% off for a week as a tribute to Earth, and then you can buy it for 500 RP, which is 90% off on the second week, and then back to 5,000 RP on the last day. However, with Riot doing all of this trolling, it ended up actually being very successful as a lot of sales happened, so Riot, being the good company that they are, donated the money to SaveTheManatee.org. Apparently, over 15,000 summoners celebrated this occasion and bought the skin during those 2 weeks or so. In the Butcher Urgot splashword, you can see the text, quote, manatee half off, end quote, referring, of course, to Earth. Also, in the Gragas' scuba skin, you can see Earth's spatula kind of floating around in the water behind him. If you take a closer look at the 2010 harrowing login screen for the Halloween event, you can see Earth's graveyard in the background as well. Also, on the Halloween map, there is Earth's ghost beside the ledge overlooking the barren pit to the left, and standing near it will summon Earth's spirit. An interesting thing about this is that if Warwick stands there to summon the spirit, Earth's spirit will actually hit him for 1 damage, however this damage will not be fatal. Since Lee Sin was also an April Fool's joke, you can actually see Earth in his initial art preview. You can also see Earth in the Earth Rider Corki skin, duh. And in the Vayne artwork, you can also see Earth's graveyard in the very back. In the Fisherman Fizz's skin, his ultimate got changed from a shark to Earth. And finally, in Spirit Guard Ulyr's joke animation, you can also see the spirit of Earth. Alright, that unfortunately marks the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Earth. Please throw in a like if you enjoyed this one, and also write the next champion you guys want to see in the comments below, or any suggestions on how to improve it. But once again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to share the video with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Peace! You can also see Vayne artwork. You can also see Earth's graveyard in the very back. In the Fisherman Fizz's skin, his ultimate got changed from a shark to Earth. Joke animation. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Did You Know featuring Riven. Please do not forget to Did You Know featuring Earth. And this is pretty much letting her jump over walls and obstacles on the 3rd Q strike. Here's another interesting one. Broken Wings Dash is very useful when it comes to trying to speed up your movement speed, trying to maybe run away, chase someone, or just get back into the lane. But did you know that the Q speed that it offers you in the movement speed is pretty much worth about 475 move speed? This means that also, if you are around 550 or over base movement speed, such as maybe getting it from home guard boots or something of the sort, using the Q to try and move yourself faster will actually end up slowing you down instead. Riven has one of the strongest passes when it comes to lane pressure and being a bully. But did you know that the passive will refresh the timer on the stacks that you have waiting to be used, such as if you gain another one or if you use one? This is important to remember because it will help you plan out your assaults in the laning phase so that your passives won't drain out. Here's a pretty interesting one. Riven's Q will not pop Silver Spell Shield if you hit her with the first 2 strikes of the Q. However, if you happen to hit her with the 3rd one, the one that knocks up or the one that lets you go over obstacles now, it will pop the Spell Shield, however she will still take the damage. Riven's passive will not apply critical strike damage on top of it. This means that if you happen to auto attack with the passive going on and that auto attack happens to be a critical strike, the critical strike damage will get applied to your auto attack damage only, but then your passive damage will get added on top of that damage. Riven's E ability, Valor, is her primary defensive ability which grants her a shield. However, remember that if you are snared by something like Morgana's snare, you cannot use it mid-snare. An important thing to remember with Riven is to auto attack in between each Broken Wings strike, because each Broken Wings animation will actually reset the auto attack timer. Another point to remember with this is that Riven's auto attack animation is a lot longer than it actually takes for the damage to go through from her auto attack. This means that after you use the Q, make sure to issue a new attack command on your target in order to reduce the auto attack animation that Riven has. This is more commonly known as attack move. Another cool thing and really important tip to remember with Riven is that the cooldown on Broken Wings starts after the first time you use it rather than when you expend all 3 strikes. Riven's ultimate increases her AoE on her Q and her W along with the auto attack range increase. However, it does not affect Valor in any way. Also, keep in mind that on top of Wind Slasher's short cast time of about 0.25 seconds, there is also a 1 second delay before you can actually use the Wind Slash after activating Blade of the Exile to begin with. Alright, enough about her abilities. Let us jump into some really cool facts and lore about Riven. Riven was created by someone named Zypherus, who also made Fizz, Renekton, Nautilus, Orianna, and Lulu. Riven was also voice acted by Cristina Valenzuela, who is also a very popular video game and anime voice actress. Mike Lego is the animator for Riven. He's also the one that animated the kid from Bastion. At first, Riven's backstory was her being a Demacian, then it got changed to her being a Noxian. Riven's backstory is somewhat relatable to Aragorn from Lord of the Rings because he too got exiled with a broken sword, yet he had to get it reforged as well in order to continue his path to defeat Sauron. Zypherus stated that Riven's team that himself and Riot were going for was, quote, "Noxus is broken, but through my will in the fight, Noxus can be remade." Riven's name and title might be referencing to a game series named Myst, where the second game was called Riven and the third installment was called Exile. Did you know that the word Riven means torn apart or broken asunder? Riven's design seems very similar to Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, as her ratios on Broken Wings are 0.7 each, and 7 of course being a very important number in Final Fantasy VII. Riven's skill set also seems to be inspired by Marth or even his brother Roy from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Here's the comparison of a moveset that relates. To further back this up, she was codenamed Marth during her design phase. At first, Riven's title was the Exile, then it changed to the Shattered Exile, and then it went back to the Exile. Redeemed Riven can be referencing her backstory in which she was in exile from Noxus. This happened during a Noxus vs Ionia fight where Riven and her forces were surrounded. Following this, Singed launched a biochemical terrors and Riven watched everyone fall around her, both Noxian and Ionian forces. From this, she was presumed dead by Noxus and she decided to start anew by shattering her sword and trying to sever the ties between the past, though she could still not forget what just happened. Battle Bunny Riven was created based on the community's suggestion Bunny Girl Riven from threads and artworks created. Riot first featured it as an April Fool's joke along with Earth Day, making it viewable in Riven's in-game profile for only the one day and then later removing it. Here's a really cool one. Battle Bunny Riven's splash work has Talon, Vlad, Urgot all within the artwork, kind of hidden. However, there's also 2 Easter eggs of unreleased content, one of which being Tyrant Swain on the left and Zack somewhere near the back. You can see his blobs. Riven's dance is based off of the water dance of Bravos from Game of Thrones. Click on the screen now to see it. Riven's passive used to be called Art of War, which can still be seen on her champion spotlight. Riven gains an additional taunt, joke, many movement, and attacking quotes when she is in her ultimate form. The reason Riven had no art spotlight back when they still made them was because her splash art was revised 4 times before releasing her. Alright guys, and that marks the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Riven. Please don't forget to throw in a like if you enjoyed this episode. It helps me quite a lot and inspires me to make more of these. Also, if you have any suggestions on who I should based off of the water dance of Bravos from Game of Thrones, click on the screen now.
Series, films en documentaires direct online kijken. Probeer Netflix nu 1 maand gratis.
Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? This one is going to be featuring minions because like the previous episode, you guys asked for it and I'm once again here to deliver. Please do not forget to throw in a like if you enjoyed this episode and to check out the previous episodes of the Did You Know series as well. But without any further ado, let us jump straight into this episode. Minions are one of the main aspects of any MOBA game, such as League of Legends or Dota, and we use them to farm, we use them to push, we use them to obstruct skill shots, but there's so much more info to know about them and I hope to cover that with you guys here on this episode. Did you know that minions spawn every 30 seconds and they begin spawning at 1 minute and 30 seconds into a game? Every 3 minutes, the minion wave will get slightly stronger, with each minion getting a small boost to all of its stats. Minions deal 50% increased damage to turrets, but they deal 15% reduced damage to champions. Here's some lore taken from the Journal of Justice. Quote, minions are constructs of the League, used specifically for battle arenas. They aren't sentient. In the earliest days of the League, during their extensive testing phase, there was a rumor that they were using sentient beings as minions. They even supposedly used necromancy to summon skeletal minions to fight as the minions of today do. Such rumors are generally thought to be unsubstantiated. So let's talk about each minion specifically, the first one being the melee minion. Did you know that the melee minions have more HP and they attack faster than the caster minions while also offering more gold when killed? Let's take a look at a small image I pulled off of LOLWiki giving more detail about the melee minion. So you can see that it initially gives 20 gold and it increases by 0.5 every 3 minutes, and it also gives 58.88 experience, which increases every 3 minutes by 4.6. So I'm not going to go through every single detail here, but you can definitely pause the video and read it for yourselves. But the main thing to note and remember is its health, its attack damage, and attack speed. The next minion we all know and love is the caster minion, and the caster minion tends to deal more damage than the melee minion, but it offers less gold when killed. Let's take a closer look at the stats of the caster minion as well. So the main thing to see here when comparing to the melee minion is of course that it offers less gold, less experience, it has a lot less health and a lot less attack speed, but the attack damage is almost doubled. The next minion I want to talk to you guys about is the Siege minion, and did you know that the Siege minion does take 70% damage from the turrets, aka 30% reduction? Also, a Siege minion spawns every 3 waves, and 35 minutes into a game, 2 will start spawning rather than 1. Let's take a closer look at its stats as well. So judging from the numbers we see here, the gold and experience offered from the Siege minion is much higher than the caster and the melee minion. The attack speed on the Siege minion is in between a melee minion and a caster minion. However, the HP and the attack damage is substantially higher. Also at the bottom you can see that after 35 minutes it will respawn much quicker. The next minion we will talk about is the super minion, which are spawned in place of siege minions after an inhibitor is down every wave. They also take 70% damage from turrets, aka 30% reduction, and if all 3 inhibitors are down, 2 are spawned per wave rather than the standard 1. And of course they are much stronger than any of the minions we have mentioned thus far. Comparing this one to the siege minion, it offers less gold, which is a good thing, more experience, which is obviously a bad thing. However, the HP that it has and the damage that it deals is much higher. Also, the attack speed is a lot lower, but that makes up with the massive attack damage it has. If you look back, you will notice that all the minions have something in common, and that's that they have 0 critical strike chance. Did you know that there's actually one minion that's cancelled? This minion happens to be the Siege Rider minion. They were summoned using the Promote Summoner spell on Summoner's Rift back in the day on a nearby minion, but they were removed due to being imbalanced when people can spam waves with it. And finally, the last minion we will talk about is the anti-turret cannon. They were added for the minion initially, but then added to Summoner's Rift as well, and are summoned using the Banner of Command on a siege minion. Taking a look at its stats pulled off from LOLWiki as well, you can see that the gold given is also quite small. The HP of this minion seems to be exactly the same as the siege minion. The damage is also the same, but the attack speed is much faster. It also has a lot more armor, hence the name anti-turret cannon. But other than that, it's very similar to a siege minion. Have you guys ever wondered how minions decide who they're gonna attack, who they're gonna switch targets with, why they switch targets randomly and all that stuff? Well, minions listen to something called Call for Help, which is generated whenever an ally unit is under attack, and if the priority of the Call for Help is higher than the current target of the minion, it will change focus. Here are the priorities in order. So the action that will make the minions switch almost indefinitely will be an enemy champion attacking an allied champion, and the minions will focus the enemy champion. The second one being if an enemy minion attacks an allied champion. Third, enemy minion attacks an allied minion. Enemy turret attacks an allied minion. Enemy champion attacks an allied minion, or the closest enemy minion, or finally the closest enemy champion. Every few seconds, the minions reevaluate their target and determine if there's something that's more priority. And this is what you can use to your advantage as a champion. For example, if a champion fights another one near minions, but then breaks off the fight in a few seconds, the minions, when they reevaluate what the priority is, will actually switch targets and possibly back to the minions. This is also how sometimes minions seem to just follow a champion through the jungle and the champion can keep picking up the aggro on that minion. Also, if you let minions fight each other without interruption for a whole game, one side will actually eventually win, and it's completely random and based off of which minions target better. While I was doing some research to find more lore about minions and what exactly they are, I saw some interesting speculations by people on the League of Legends forums. They said that they read this in some sort of lore book or some lore area, but they speculate that the minions are actually conjurations that are being controlled by apprentice or weak new summoners. And obviously the summoners seem to be practicing their skills with the minions before they start controlling a champion. I'm not sure if this is real or not because I couldn't find official words from anywhere other than these speculations, but it is fight each other without interruption for a whole game. One side will actually eventually win, and it's completely random and based off of which minions target better. While I was doing some research to find more lore about minions and what exactly they are, I saw some interesting speculations by people on the League of Legends forums. They said that they read this in some sort of lore book or some lore area, but they speculate that the minions are actually conjurations that are being controlled by apprentice or weak new summoners. And obviously the summoners seem to be practicing their skills with the minions before they start controlling a champion. I'm not sure if this is real or not because I couldn't find official words from anywhere other than these speculations, but it is fight each other without interruption for a whole game. One side will actually eventually win, and it's completely random and based off of which minions target better. While I was doing some research to find more lore about minions and what exactly they are, I saw some interesting speculations by people on the League of Legends forums. They said that they read this in some sort of lore book or some lore area, but they speculate that the minions are actually conjurations that are being controlled by apprentice or weak new summoners. And obviously the summoners seem to be practicing their skills with the minions before they start controlling a champion. I'm not sure if this is real or not because I couldn't find official words from anywhere other than these speculations, but it is fight each other without interruption for a whole game. One side will actually eventually win, and it's completely random and based off of which minions target better. While I was doing some research to find more lore about minions and what exactly they are, I saw some interesting speculations by people on the League of Legends forums.
De decemberdagen worden gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf, korting op HBO, aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.nl.
Summoners. And obviously the summoners seem to be practicing their skills with the minions before they start controlling a champion. I'm not sure if this is real or not because I couldn't find official words from anywhere other than these speculations, but it is fight each other without interruption for a whole game. One side will actually eventually win, and it's completely random and based off of which minions target better. While I was doing some research to find more lore about minions and what exactly they are, I saw some interesting speculations by people on the League of Legends forums.
De decemberdagen worden gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf, korting op HBO, aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.nl.
Summoners. And obviously the summoners seem to be practicing their skills with the minions before they start controlling a champion. I'm not sure if this is real or not because I couldn't find official words from anywhere other than these speculations, but it is game. One side will actually eventually win, and it's completely random and based off of which minions target better. While I was doing
Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade.
I saw some interesting speculations by people on the League of Legends forums.
De decemberdagen worden gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf, korting op HBO, aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.
By my will, this shall be finished.
I'm not sure if this is real or not because I couldn't find official words from anywhere other than these speculations, but it is game. One side will actually eventually win.
Time for a true display of skill. Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade.
De decemberdagen worden gezelliger met live koken met Rudolf, korting op HBO, aanbiedingen bij Alles in één en nog veel meer. Kijk snel op ziggo.
By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hand.
Time for a true display of skill.
Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade.
De decemberdagen worden gezelliger
By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hands. Your will, my hands.
Time for a true display of skill.
Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade. Live and die by the blade. By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hands. Your will, my hands.
Time for a true display of skill.
Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade. By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hands. Your will, my hands.
Time for a true display.
Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade. By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hands. Your will, my hands.
Time for a true display.
Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade. By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hands. Your will, my hands. Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade. By my will, this shall be finished.
Your will, my hands. Your will, my hands. Your bidding, master.
Live and die by the blade.
to Summoner's Rift. Welcome
Quiet
to
steps.
Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Welcome
Quiet
to
steps.
Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Quiet steps.
Summoner's Rift.
Embrace the shadow.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Master yourself.
Minions have spawned.
We do what we must. We do what we must. We do what we must. Find yourself. Strike firmly.
Blood. An enemy has been slain.
Stand your senses. Master yourself. Master Stand your senses. Master yourself. Quiet steps. Stand your senses. Find your center. Quiet steps. We do what we must. Find your center.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Find your center. Master your center.
Dominating. An enemy has been slain.
Steps.
Your team has destroyed.
Where am I needed? Find your center.
An ally has been slain.
Extend your senses.
An ally has been slain.
We do what we must.
Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Extend your senses.
Down. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Quiet steps.
Enemy killing spree. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
We do.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Quiet steps.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Where am I? We do.
An ally has been slain.
Master yourself.
Legendary. Victory has been slain.
Quiet steps.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Where am I? We do.
An ally has been slain.
Master yourself.
Legendary. Victory has been slain.
Quiet steps.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Where am I? We do.
An ally has been slain.
Master yourself.
Legendary. Victory has been slain.
Quiet steps.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I thought you'd never pick me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
I thought you'd never pick me. thought you'd never pick me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
I thought you'd never pick me. I thought you'd never pick me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
I thought you'd never pick me. I thought you'd never pick me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
I thought you'd never pick me.
Treasures of the ages on sale now. An artifact of ancient power.
Welcome to the Snowdown Showdown.
I thought you'd never pick me. Come play with me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Let's find some friends.
Minions have spawned.
Ages on sale now. An artifact of ancient
Welcome to the Snowdown Showdown.
I thought you'd never pick me. Where are we going? Come play with me. Oh.
Come right in. So you think? Wonderful.
Where are we going?
Come right in. Wonderful.
Come play with me. Let's find some friends. Where are we going?
Nothing but the finest. Dice.
Come play with me.
Hand over the gold.
Where are we going? Let's find some friends. Come play with me. Where are we going? Okay. Come play with me.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Prepare to be boarded!
Violence solves everything.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Prepare to be boarded!
Violence solves everything.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Prepare to be boarded!
Violence solves everything.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Prepare to be boarded!
Violence solves everything.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Prepare to be boarded!
Violence solves everything.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Warm yourself.
Fired up and
Enjoy.
Keep friends close and enemies guessing.
Welcome to the Slowdown Showdown.
Only fools hesitate.
Welcome to the Slowdown Showdown.
I've made a choice. No goes back. I've made my choice. Keep friends close. No going back. Only fools hesitate.
Tell that ghost to stop interfering with my research.
No. Ready for only fools hesitate. much untapped power!
I fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Prepare to be boarded! Time to feast!
The rivers will run red.
So much untapped power!
I fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Prepare to be boarded! Time to feast!
The rivers will run red.
So much untapped power!
I fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Prepare to be boarded! Time to feast!
The rivers will run red.
So much untapped power!
I fight for a brighter tomorrow.
Prepare to be boarded! Time to feast!
The rivers will run red.
I guard this place, lest the Watchers return.
Welcome to the Slowdown Showdown.
Progress. Lead the charge!
Untapped power!
Minions have spawned.
A vital decision. The rivers will run red.
Guard this place, lest the Watchers return.
Welcome to the Slowdown Showdown.
My cup is half empty.
Lead the charge!
A harvest moon. The clock thickens.
Minions have spawned.
Let's pool our efforts. Wonderful. The clock thickens. Deliciously. Let's cool.
Vital decision. Victory on! My cup is half empty. Progress. Vital decision. Victory on! Universal recipient. So happy.
Trickling profit.